How's it going, everybody? This is Robbie from Honey Badger again. I decided that I'd make a little bit more in-depth video about my pedal board and some of the stuff that I'm using, being as I only kind of really showed you just what something sounds like palm muted. So I'm going to go back through this stuff for just a minute, and then I'll play a little bit on each one just to kind of give you an idea about the sound you can get. I'm not going to adjust the knobs way too much because I've got settings that I like on here that I'm not really planning on changing. But if you decide that you like one of these pedals that you don't have and you go out to get one, you can do whatever you want. You can get some really cool stuff out of it. I'll start off with the tuner, the TU3 bypass mode. So when you're tuning, you don't have to worry about everybody hearing you trying to go up and down and all that stuff. It's really great for live playing, so you don't bug everybody with it. It's pretty straightforward and simple. I'm still playing this on my Ibanez ART 300. Still have the Behringer wah that's still going away whenever I can get some money in, but not that it's too bad, but I don't like the fact that you can hear it coming on and going off so drastically. Hear that sound in there? Yeah, so that's going away just for that reason. Other than that, decent wah pedal. I've got the BF3 flanger that stays in the pan mode with a certain rate adjusted for a song that I use it for. I've got the tremolo that I use to make that flanger kind of act crazy and do some cool stuff that I'll show you here in a minute. Got the CH1 chorus, PH3 phase shifter, the DD6 digital delay with tap tempo. I've got the RC2 loop station that has the drum machine, and I've got something recorded on that I'll play over and kind of show you how it works. The HM2 heavy metal pedal that I've got the distortion cranked all the way down, using it for a bit of an overdrive for a certain song that I play. I've got the DS1 distortion for my deeper tone, and I've got an HM2 or an MT2 heavy metal pedal that I use for higher gain stuff, and I've also got the noise suppressor, the NS2, to get rid of that hum that these distortion pedals make. The only thing running to that noise suppressor are the distortion pedals. The modular effects and the other stuff doesn't really make any kind of a hum, so I left them out of the loop. So we'll just kind of get a start off. I'll crank on the metal zone, and you can hear that hum in the background. And with this noise suppressor will basically take care of that. If I let my hands off of my strings, I get the feedback, but if I click on the noise suppressor, that hum goes away, and I can actually take my hand off the guitar and not have to worry about it feeding back on me. And that also works for the DS1, and the heavy metal pedal doesn't really give me any kind of a feedback. You can hear that hum in the background. And it just kills that off. And the HM2 pedal doesn't really give me much of anything. So we'll start off with the metal zone. I'll leave the noise suppressor on. That way we're not botching my video here. And play a little bit of something for you. Real high gain. I've got my distortion. I'll use it for stuff that I'm playing a riff or not really doing a whole lot of crazy stuff with. Really cool pedal. The heavy metal, like I said, not a whole lot going on there, just a little bit of kick for a certain song that I play. The flanger, it's on that pan mode, it stays there. I love the effect that it makes. And I like it more with the distortion on. I'll use that tremolo pedal, like I said, to make that flanger act kind of crazy. I'll show you that. So I thought that was pretty neat whenever I got it and hooked it up. The tremolo by itself is standard. A little bit of cranberry action. Though I can't play very well. We got the chorus. The phase shifter, it is neat and it makes a cool sound and cool effects, but it's so loud with a distortion pedal that without an equalizer it's just about impractical. But it is neat, neat phasing sound, and you can adjust the rate to it. And you also have this stage mode over here that makes a really kind of weird computer generated type sound. But with that distortion on, you'll notice how loud that got, and it's just a little obscene. The delay pedal is ever changing, just depending on the song, but it's got that tap tempo in there, so if I need to adjust it, I can do it. The only problem with that is that you have to hold it down to turn it off, and if your timing's bad like me, then that could be kind of a problem. But I guess you can adjust that with a foot switch, an FS2, or however you want to do that with the tap tempo. It's got the input for that as well. That's probably the least used because I don't really have way too much use for it, but I like having it just in case I decide to write something kind of funky. We'll go ahead and play with the loop station just a little bit. I've got something pre-recorded in there that I played on the DS1, and it's got the drum track playing along the back of it. It's just waiting for me to turn it on. So I'll turn that on. I'll play with that Metal Zone pedal just a little bit. I'll show you that I actually played that riff on the DS1, and I may go through these one more time just to give you a little bit of an idea of how you can use these in regular application. So let's give this a shot. That off, and that deleted everything, and I can kind of start back over again. So we'll play something else. What I can do is I'll turn the volume down to how it's going to be playing, or the riff it's going to be playing, and it'll just be the drums. I haven't played with this enough to really navigate through it too much, but I know how to work it well enough to use it. And that's more or less it. I'll probably end up changing a few of these out for something else, or if worse comes to worse, getting a whole new pedal board and starting over, because I'll end up getting too many pedals to fit on here for all the stuff that I really like to do and the stuff that I want to do. So go ahead and leave a comment on what you think, and rate it if you want to. Doesn't really matter to me. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.